see. Oh my god, please, like, can we, like, not do this? Excuse the trashy, glitchy looking thing. I know it looks good. I mean, I'm looking at it right now, but this is an example of, and before we start, y'all, this is an example of what it is like to, you know, have great internet, but not all the time, especially lately since all the crazy environmental things been going on. So yeah, it's true. But I'm glad I got y'all. If it starts acting up or in any way, shape, or form, you know, let me know. I took the Wi-Fi off my phone so it can give all the power to the dang on PlayStation. You know, so the crazy part is, not in my home. We have Wi-Fi extenders. So yeah, and the Wi-Fi, the Wi-Fi download speed it's impeccable. It's crazy, but the upload speed is terrible for some reason. I don't know why. That's weird to me, but it's whatever. But if it starts acting up, baby, just let me know. Just let me know. So let's go check on our grade. So I'm gonna do something today. Hopefully everything goes how I want it to. You know, I can't control the internet. Obviously, I can only, you know, do things to make it pop, to make it pop. I can't stand people's taste, bro. What the? Really, y'all still have 6 likes, man. I'm the only one with this car in here. Hold up, man. Like, there's no way. There's no way. I'm the only one. I do not see this Lamborghini nowhere in this place. Y'all telling me this is the most sought Lamborghini in the entire game right now? What year is this? Of course. Oh yeah. So this is the newest Lamborghini. This is 2023. This came out last year. You mean to tell me this is better looking? This model, that model, I'm not talking about how the car looks primarily. That model looks better than this. You out your goddamn mind. Like, you out your mind. You out your goddamn mind if you think that model looks better than that. And then here we go, Bugatti on the top racks. Y'all taste to me is funny. I don't know, maybe, but this looks nice. I like this actually. I haven't thought about the gold and white, but thank you for the concept because I sure will be utilizing that color pattern. Actually, I'm thinking about doing crossover cars now. Before we get into it, I'm definitely thinking about doing crossover concepts between like anime characters and the car colors, and try to make it as accurate as possible. So we gonna see how it works out. I don't know. So no BS today. No BS. No pause. No if. What if? No BS. No none of that. You know. Obviously, y'all know how hard it is to. Y'all know how hard it is to, you know, do this with the amount of, you know, being so slim. Okay, good. All right, thank you, babe. I on TikTok a little while ago I decided to do some stories, parts of my story, and I think I haven't really, done it. I didn't do part three because I couldn't figure out how to come about it. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to do, man. Like y'all have to understand, it is very hard to do, because it's not the easiest topic. It's quite emotional actually. But today I'm feeling stronger than I ever have before in my life. You know what I'm saying? And for very good reason. Because for the longest, for the past 13, 14 months, I have been in what I thought was a wonderland, and often I pinch myself to see if I'm dreaming. You know what I'm saying? And the crazy part is, it all starts with one with one woman. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And she's the star of the show right now, and she probably will. She will be. I'm sorry. She will be for the rest of my life. So, but in order to get to this point, right here, we have to go back and go over what it took to get to this point, because it didn't happen overnight, and in fact, it happened a lot. It happens real. Hey, baby. Oops. It happened. It took longer to happen than ever. You know what I'm saying? Than ever. It's very hard to
Time for some action. What is next in line?
Oops. Come on. Let's not start this right now. Go up there. Do this.
Ready for the next objective? Good to go.
Whoa. My God, bro. Oh, I don't know why they keep putting me in 9/11. Like, I don't want to do those races. I don't want to do those races right now. Like,
Let's not be too picky, driver.
We need something. In fact, to be honest with you, to be honest with you, we're probably gonna do a grand race and just like cruise it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. We get money from it regardless of what you do, so we're gonna just go ahead and cruise in the race. I'm not trying to win it. I'm just trying to be in it over and over, so I can gather my money up, so we can get what we need to go and do the next task. We're on a journey to July 3rd, so we can get the new extension. But yeah, hey, it's been explained. If you want to go hear that again, you can go to the other streams I've done, and you would take the time. But where I started from my head, y'all, it takes an enormous amount of self-esteem, an enormous amount of focus, mentality, an enormous amount of emotional control to go back in the past and think and be able to speak it now. You know what I'm saying? So right now I'm going to showcase to y'all what I mean by what it is to be a real man, and how the journey took. Part one and part two, I will post them on my YouTube page. I will post them on my YouTube page. Problem is, I tried the other day. It didn't gain no traction at all. Like talking about it, but then I realized what I did wrong. Which, I believe hashtags do help when it comes to it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to post those videos on the short, but I'm going to put the line into it. I'm going to put over. I'm going to say, you know, I'm going to start it out. I'm going to let the video play at 1 minute, and then if you want to hear the rest, I'll put on the screen. To hear the rest. To hear the rest, go to the page. You know what I'm saying? You know, because I divide my gaming with my life. You know what I'm saying? I think that's all right. You know what I mean? Seeing that a lot of people do that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, you know, they put the two together and boom. You know, so it's worth every minute, every time, every bit of time. You know what I'm saying? So, man, I'll take it for what it is. So, so going and leaving off from part two. As y'all know, it took well, okay, I'm sorry. Let me iterate everything, because the more, babe, you told me something that reminded me. It's like the more you tell me my story, the more I'm just like surprised, because it's like I don't always go into the various details every single time. You know what I'm saying? Like I just tell you the stuff that made me feel the worst. Now here's the stuff that made me feel between good. It don't matter if it was good or bad. It still led up to a point in life that gave me the strength I have now. You know what I'm saying? Because when you're a 5-star, when you're a 5-star athlete, it's all in the system. It's all systematic at that point. You know what I'm saying? It's all systematic. It gives you a chance to tell yourself that, well, you're the best. That's what those stars mean. You know what I'm saying? You know, I went to Shoemaker High School in Killeen, Texas. Great forever shoe. You know, it's still my high school alumni, regardless of whatever may have occurred before then. I still love that school so much so to after I left. After I left it, I came back to visit. So little did I know that people find ways to make things seem awkward. You know what I'm saying? Once upon a time, my older sister, she called herself trying to make me upset, and in doing so, she said something that was really caught my attention, which was like, oh, well, you know, basically she was telling me how I was a wannabe high school student all over again. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, what? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? I didn't get to do a lot of things in high school. In fact, it just slapped me by like that. You know what I'm saying? It flew by. But let me tell you something. Coaches are, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, here's another thing. Here's another thing, babe. Here's another thing about it. Oh my god, it's hard. This is a drift car, so it's hard to control, y'all. Here's another thing about it. She told me, we got into an argument, and I was like, you know what I'm saying? You need to take care of you. Because I went off on her, you know what I'm saying? And I don't really want to put my business out there as much, but here's the reality of situations. If you can't take care of your own, then you just can't. You know what I'm saying? Stop blaming others for your mistakes. You know what I'm saying? Because truth be told, it's a fine line between others making mistakes and you are making your own. You making your own. But she had told me that I failed. You know what I'm saying? I failed, and she said and you ask her, she probably won't remember it, but she told me something about how I failed, and you know what I'm saying? That's why you keep going up to that school thinking it's going to change something, and boy, I almost batted her in her damn mouth for that, like, you know what I'm saying? Because you don't know You don't know me. You know what I'm saying? You set by and you let them guys hurt me over and over and over and over again, and everyone laughed at me over and over and over again. And I'm sitting here trying to protect your ass, but you don't understand it. You don't care about nobody but your damn self. You feel me? And I stand on that to this day. You feel me? So you took, them coaches are the most conniving people that you can ever meet. You feel me? Cause, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody's gonna talk about, oh well, if the NFL is a business, college football is technically a business. You know what I'm saying? But y'all have to remember that it is definitely definitely a fine line between being business and trying to just control the narrative. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all have to realize that there are like Elon Musk. Let's take him for example, right? They have to realize that this man, he puts something out there that is just as dangerous as any other product that you ever use. You feel me? Because one malfunction on the highway with a Tesla and your possibility of living goes down significantly. You feel me? But do you think he cares? You feel me? Now he's making a significant amount of money because the so-called high class just thinks that Tesla is probably the most beautiful car ever made or some shit. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. It just makes no sense. But here's the thing with you coaches, with you general managers, with you like, where are they? You owners, you know what I'm saying? Because y'all all play a vital part into people's lives. You know what I'm saying? Y'all do. Like, you know, people instantly jump on the, oh well, it's a business. So if you're not doing something that they don't like, they have the right to kick you out of their business. I'm like, listen, like, don't give me an assignment. And if I'm doing that assignment as hard as I can, as hard as I can, regardless if it's up to your expectations or not, that deserves a look into. You know what I'm saying? I see a lot of these guys, you know what I'm saying, they work hard every single day, harder than the people that get the opportunity and embed themselves every single day, right? But yet they can't seem to find a way. It's like once one team cut them, everybody is like, oh well, hey, well, we'll bring them in here, we're gonna test them out. And you can see footage of guys that can do it, that have done it, that are doing it. You know what I'm saying? Over and over, you see footage of it all the damn time. It's like, wow, he looks better than what they have right now. Like, why is he not out there? You know what I'm saying? They don't give him a chance, right? And it's like, then it's like, oh well, since he ain't, yeah, he's a hard worker, but imagine that, right? Imagine that from Pee Wee football all the way to college football, you've worked your ass off, right? You know what I'm saying? You worked your ass off, and truth be told, hey, you get on the field, you perform worse. Hey, it is what it is. You feel me? It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of those guys, you have to realize a lot of those guys, they don't even get the proper send off. They don't, you know what I'm saying? Like people joke about it, but those players, when they get cut, bro, like when they get cut, they don't even get told they get cut. They just come to the facility, and if their password don't work, you're out of luck. You're out of luck. You feel me? So when y'all think about the reality of that, you know what I'm saying? A person who's worked their entire life for this and came in working hard, and just because somebody can catch a ball with one hand or do a few more extra juke moves, it's like, oh well, they're gonna be that person for me. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be that guy for me. They're gonna be, you know what I'm saying? And next thing you know, all that hard work that you spent years doing just flew right out the damn window, just like that. Just like that, y'all. So let me tell you how this occurs to me. Um, every day, every day I work my ass off. You know what I'm saying? I work my butt off to the very bone. Some days I work so hard that I had uh my very leg, like my ankles, everything, like I can barely walk. You know what I'm saying? Like, and this is high school. This is me at 315. Going, you know what I'm saying? Getting all the muscle in the world, getting faster, stronger, every single day. I after school, they work me to the very brim. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Like Tai Lung type work. You feel me? Like y'all know, if y'all know, you know, or Tai Lung used to, you know, from Kung Fu Panda, you know, he trained till his bones cracked. Like, you know what I'm saying? I barely was able to stand the next morning. That's how hard I worked myself. You know what I'm saying? I did what I was told. You know what I'm saying? But here's the detail. Let's go into detail, more detail about it. I was in a shell. You know what I'm saying? And my coaches, my D-line coach, I loved him. Coach Laborte, all love for you. You know what I'm saying? I love Coach Laborte was in there. He was my defensive line coach, and then my defensive coordinator. He was Coach Ellison. You know what I'm saying? I still follow those two, but those are the only two coaches I follow because they were the only two coaches that I presumably really liked when it came to not only the game of football but it gives me life lessons. You know what I'm saying? It's like it was that way with him. It was that way. You know what I'm saying? It was that way, and I definitely took the time to realize that, you know, who's at fault in this, you know what I'm saying? And I was in a shell. I was trapped, like big time trapped. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I couldn't speak a certain way. I couldn't dress the way I wanted. I couldn't do nothing. I remember the times I go to banquets, and honestly, it's Coach Ellison. It was Coach Ellison mostly. Like, you know, he tell me dress one way, and I was like, it's not my style. I'm gonna dress this way. You know what I'm saying? Because I used to dress more of like you know, cool pants, cool shirt. I wasn't big on khakis. I wasn't big on button-up shirts, none of that stuff. But they wanted me to because you just basically gave me clothes to just throw on. You know what I'm saying? That's what it used to be. It used to be clothes that I just threw on. I hated the way I looked in it. You know, if the pants was too big, if the shirt was too wrinkly, stuff like that. It's like why it's the reason why I'm not big on clothing as of right now. You know what I'm saying? It's one of the biggest reasons why I'm not really big on clothing. You know what I'm saying? It's because, you know what I'm saying, it didn't do nothing for me. It didn't do nothing for me. It made me a freak. You know what I'm saying? Per se, like, you know what I'm saying? People thought I could do this. People thought I could dress this. People thought anything to, you know, make me feel worse than I already was, and it put me in a bad spot. You know? But Coach Hall, you know what I'm saying? Coach Hall, and regardless if this L blows up or not, I don't really give a damn. You feel me? He can hear this, and you know what you did. You know what I'm saying? You know how you did it. You know the underhanded stuff that happened for it. You know what I'm saying? You know what all happened in the time that happened. You feel me? Oh my gosh. And you know what happened. You know how you fabricated somewhat, mostly everything, and how at the end of the road, how I found out everything, which is why it's, man, I'm older enough, and if I'm face to face with you, I tell you to your face what I think about all of that happened. because it wasn't just my bad decisions that made everything worse. You know what I'm saying? It was the fact that most of the time, nothing was my decision. You feel me? So of course I made bad decisions. I skipped class with a female I thought I loved, and I took it to the very grave of me that if I am a good enough person, right? If I am a good enough person to everybody around me, then I can have the karma of people being good around, being good back to me. But that was besides the case. You know what I'm saying? It was besides the case. Here the whole while, from the moment I told y'all that my knowledge was I didn't have knowledge about what scholarships or college or anything was. You feel me? I didn't even come to high school knowing what I was gonna do next. You feel me? That's how lost I was when it came to that. I just thought about getting a, you know what I'm saying? Hell, I didn't even think about job choices. You know what I'm saying? But they made sure they made a way to separate us. You know what I'm saying? Even now, it's how it is. You know what I'm saying? You believe this person is smarter, so you're gonna put them in a smarter class. You know what I'm saying? You don't teach them how to be smarter. No, you put them in a base. You base it upon what you feel like they know. You know what I'm saying? Because upon high school, there's no entrance exam. There's no assessment exam. No, they just place you in what they want you to be in. But you know what? I think the biggest regret, if I had a regret that I'm allowed to do, because I have no regrets no more. But if I could tell y'all one of the biggest regrets, I was supposed to go to a different school. I was supposed to go because the guys that were bullying me, they were already at Shoemaker High School. You feel me? They you know what I'm saying? Nope, y'all. I've been being bullied since 7th grade. These guys have been in high school for the last year or two. You feel me? So when I get to high school, they're juniors and seniors. You feel me? They're gang members and people who like to jump other people who, their names known across the entire city for being this evil, snaky, conniving people. And now I'm one of the biggest obstacles. Of course I'm not scared, but you know what I'm saying, at the same time, it's like, how can I have a normal life if it starts out with this? You feel me? But I didn't start out as Kendall Jones the Hulk. I started out as Kenyelle Jones's little brother. You feel me? That's how I started out. In her little shadow, trying to protect that shadow, and just for her to turn on me too. I tell you one thing, man. Like you see through the BS, and once you see through the BS, you're never gonna go back from that. About time I was so embedded into the football world that quickly my name became a trophy. You know what I'm saying? But Coach, you knew that. Isn't that right, Coach Hall? You knew that. You knew my name became that trophy that you so need to win and create some type of history wherever you went. You feel me? And it did. You know what I'm saying? We were my class were the only class that made it to the second round of the playoffs. We lost by 1 point, but it could have been what could have been, right? You know what I'm saying? So you carry that on. The days Coach Bo Davis came by and talked to me and told me, oh, well, you need to get this shit together. You feel me? You ain't doing right, and you got all this opportunity. Well, I did get it together. You feel me? Yeah, I made a lot of mistakes that I'm not proud of. Yeah, I did. You know what I mean? But y'all played no good part of that. Because all it was, you know what I'm saying? As many times that man can tell me, oh, well, I don't care where you go. I just want the best for you. Where is he now? Coaching at LSU. LSU. I'm on Twitter. He alright, you know what I'm saying? I'm on Twitter. Matter of fact, I text Coach Bo. You think I got a response back since then? Hell no. So what that tell you? You feel me? There's no restrictions. I'm not a high school football player. I'm just a normal guy right now. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? If you cared as much as any of y'all cared as much as y'all did y'all would check in on me on the daily. You feel me? But y'all don't. Y'all can say through me, y'all look. I'm the person that had to deal with the rest. You feel me? I'm the person that had to deal with the downfall, not you. A lot of you, matter of fact, all y'all went to, as soon as I left, as soon as me and Rashawn left, and Rashawn left, y'all just went on to the next school. You feel me? You think y'all peeked y'all heads in and said, man, what's up, Kendall? Hey, how you doing, man? How you mentally doing? Instead, I'm playing the card of, you know, I'm the black man being oppressed. That's the card I'm playing right now. And which I am. You know what I'm saying? We still have a mental disposition inside the world. That's our society today, but you know, that's why I'm deemed different. So different. So different. You feel me? I am entirely different because I do the things that needs to be done when it needs to be done. You feel me? And I'm not scared to speak on it. No matter how many people think I'm wrong, no matter how many people say that that's not what happened, man, listen. You can't wiggle your way out of it anymore. You know?
You know where to find me, driver.
You can't. You can't wiggle your way out of it. You can't say that this didn't. It's not. You can't tell me that. You can't tell me that I was, you know, wrong. You know, because it's me. Because if you bring any of those people from Otis to Bo Davis to Ellison, Laborte, Woods, Hall, you bring any of these people to my face today, and they will all try to say the exact same thing. Oh, you made bad choices. You know, we tried with you. And yet the whole time you were one of my bad choices. Going to Shoemaker High School was the worst choice that I could have made. I could have went to Harker Heights. Who knows? I probably would have had a much more normal life. You feel me? But my dad mentioned something that day. My dad, you know, he's a smart guy, and I seen it. It was my first time understanding. It was the first time understanding what it was like for when people are desperate for something. You know, we went and we visited the coach we visited the school, and we happened to see the coach there. And you know, he seemed really nonchalant about me being there, regardless of how big I was, which was the first for me, because whenever someone sees something big like me, you know, they instantly be like, whoa, we need this guy. He didn't. And my dad was like, that's the difference between us winners and people who are trying to win. And indeed, I understood that day what then. You know, but we went to Shoemaker. We was trying to get my papers out and ready, so we can what you call them? Right. So we was trying to get my papers from one school to the other, and then we ran to Coach Ellison and we ran to Coach Shannon Hall, and they were like, "Whoa, we wouldn't want to lose a big guy like you." You know what I'm saying? We could use you. You know what I'm saying? So you know, and then you know, obviously they gave us a runaround like, well, you know, a lot of those guys don't really go to school anymore, which I knew it was a lie, but. You know what I'm saying? But they were doing everything in their clutches to get a hold of me because they seen my sheer size. You feel me? I remember that day. I remember that day. It was a food for thought. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, I really don't know what it came down to. That's one of the biggest parts I don't remember is what it came down to, the decision to stay as shoemaker. But, you know, I guess it was the football. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, okay, you know what I'm saying? As long as I get the proper treatment that I deserve. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? I don't want to be involved in this. I will play football for you. You know what I'm saying? But I want to just have a normal high school life. You know? So I thought that was going to be the case. You know what I'm saying? And it was anything but normal. Can't tell y'all how in the disposition I was when I made that decision to go, but I was like, you know what? Fine, you know what I'm saying? Let's do this. You know what I mean? Let's do this. Why not? Let's go. Let's go. Well, I come to make that decision. You know what I mean? I come to make that decision, and now here we go. Coming as a ninth grader, we had some trouble getting me on the field at first because I needed an updated physical, which I got just in time enough to play. I remember that the first day I had I was just cleared in time enough for the first game, like, and it was so close that I got on the bus. I got on the bus and I had I was getting out of school, and you know, 7th period was like the period we go to the field house to just, you know, get ready for practice and stuff and workouts. So as I was going, I was a little upset because they were about to go on their first football game and I couldn't participate. But I was walking and Coach Laborte came out and he got me. He got me and he was like, come on, hurry up. We got to get you some pads in Jersey. I was like, what? And I was like, you're cleared to play. Let's go. I was like, okay, you know, I was like, yo, then my whole day flipped up because I was like, man, you know, like, I actually get to play with y'all today. Like, and then all the guys were super excited. Like, oh shoot, we got you big. Like, yeah, let's do this. Like, you know what I'm saying? We ready. I'm ready, bro. And you know, I got this jersey. I had all my school clothes on, and you know, we got to the stadium, and I was putting on my clothes. Behind the stadium bleachers, and it was like, oh, I found it so embarrassing. But I got them on. Jersey was tight, dude. It was tight beyond anything I ever wore. So it definitely had made me happy that day. And from that day forward, we got out there on the field, and I had no idea what position I was going to play, because in in middle school, I played right tackle. Right guard. I'm sorry. And I was like, okay, I guess that's what I'm going to do. And no, Coach Laborte said go to defensive tackle. And I was a complete miss at what I needed to do, but as far as I knew, get through the line, and go get the quarterback. That's it. And that's exactly what I did. You know what I'm saying? You know, I didn't get a sack or nothing, but I did get a bunch of tackles. You know, because I lacked in craft. You know what I'm saying? And you know, you don't really know what you're doing at all. So I took the time to start learning. So by the end of every day, we lost every game as freshmen. You know, but quickly people started to realize people started to realize that it wasn't me. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't really matter. I was a team player. You know what I'm saying? If they lose, that means that I wasn't doing something right either. You know what I'm saying? That was my mindset. But people loved watching me play. In fact, if we're being truthful, truthful, Shoemaker, y'all have to realize Shoemaker was the bottom tier team for years before me. You feel me? They couldn't make the playoffs. They win one game every year, and our opponent Ellison, which is they're in our district. Ellison will be the only team they were able to beat during the year. You feel me? It'll be the only chance that they had to. It'll be the only chance that they had to actually win. I've witnessed, it definitely was a lot bad. Like they were so bad they didn't go to the playoffs since like 2002, I believe. No, I'm lying. No, it was like 2000. Let's just say every year they only made it to the playoffs once in a school lifetime, and from that and before us and before me, you feel me? I would say us, but a lot of those guys, I don't even know if they're friends. We're friends or not anymore. But before me, they were bad. They were trash. Like they were bad. They were worse than worse, and it wasn't even close. Like you know what I'm saying? Like they couldn't beat nobody. They couldn't take them. They couldn't beat anybody. You know what I'm saying? They couldn't. And it was apparent that it was gonna be like that, unfortunately. You know what I'm saying? It was gonna be like that. Because it took a turn for the worse. It wasn't about who was best, what era was best or harder, because truth be told, high school football is just high school football. In Texas it's hard. In Texas high school football is hard, especially in the bigger cities. You know what I'm saying? But I digress. Moving forward, I flunked the freshman football team. There were like 1 or 2 games left. I flunked off the team because I couldn't excel in class. You know what I'm saying? And hence as to why they tried to dumb it down. But the thing is y'all have to realize ADHD isn't a mental thing. It's an actual disability. You feel me? It's a attention hyper deficit. Like, you know what I'm saying? It is imperative that you realize that if your kid has ADHD, it's not his fault that he can't work and he moves too much. You feel me? I used to get in trouble, but not only my parents, but everybody else who felt like I just didn't want to do my work. No, I could not focus on my work. It didn't come to me like that. Only if I took my Adderall, it's the only way I was able to focus. But Adderall was a double-edged sword, as it was. You feel me? It's a double-edged sword because it was. Here's the description of what Adderall would do to me. If you put me in a zombie movie, I would be the best actor. I win an award for it. I win an award for it. You know what I'm saying? It's because it made me so depressed. Like, it made me so depressed, y'all. It made me so depressed that I people used to ask me the same question over and over, like, you okay, Kental? Like, yeah, I'm alright. You know what I'm saying? I do nothing but work, but it became, to my parents, but it became an addiction. It became an addiction. They used to come in capsules, and they used to be, they used to be, 20 milligrams, 25 milligrams a capsule, and I used to take 4 of them sometimes. You know what I'm saying? It would last me the whole day and night, and I used to cut my appetite. It used to make me feel depressed, y'all. It used to make me feel terrible. You know what I'm saying? And but it got my work done. You know what I'm saying? It got my work done, and it took everything out of me not to end it all, per se. If y'all understand what I mean by that. It took everything out of me not to win it, not to end it all, because you know the bullying never stopped. Yeah, the bullying never stopped. You know, fast forward on to the end of that year. You know, I come. You know, I'm in class and I am presented with a coach. He's from the University of Texas at Austin. And if you know your football, you know that University of Texas is now in the SEC. SEC in the strongest division conference in football, college football right now, and also beat Alabama last year. So y'all do the math. You feel me? So this man, I'm just a lowly freshman. This man, he offers me a scholarship. I'm like, I digress. I don't know what is a scholarship again. Like, you know what I'm saying? What is a scholarship again? I'm sorry. You know, we'll explain more later. He says, it's going to give you a free education to a university, and I'm like, oh, okay, thank you. You know, I was like, just, you know, coach, he's talking to me like I was the dumbest person in the room. To say thank you. And I'm like, oh, okay, then thank you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, because I didn't know how to respond to such a thing. But here's the equivalent of my knowledge. You know what I'm saying? So I go back to class. Rasan Thornton, he's still I feel like he's still a good friend. I mean, we don't talk anymore, you know, but I still check up on him and see how he's doing. You know, he don't really be on social media anymore, so, you know, but he's, let's just say he's my friend. You know, I see him at lunchtime. I'm like, I was like, hey, you know, coach from the University of Texas at Austin was here. He was like, oh, he looked at me like, what? Like, really? I'm like, yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? I don't really know what, but he said he offered me a scholarship. I don't really know what a scholarship is, but he offered me a scholarship. And he looked at everybody turned and looked at me like, what? Yo, wait, what? And I was like, yo, chill. Like, what's wrong? What's going on? Like, I'm scared. Like, you know what I'm saying? And he's like, bro. And it's like, and then later on, I'm like, everyone's talking like, yo, you can play college football. Like, I'm like, I don't even know what college is. So I'm not gonna pretend like I'm gonna be excited about something I don't even know. You know, so I later on go, what did I do? I had, cause I didn't have a phone at the time. In fact, I started out with like a BlackBerry. I couldn't really get on the internet with that. It had minutes and it had calls, and that was it. So what I did, I had took the time to go and search up the University of Texas at Austin. You know, and literally gain the knowledge of who they were and what they did. And I checked the football aspect, and understanding that Texas was, you know, was crazy. They were, you know, at one point in time nobody could really beat them as far as when it came to football. Like, I was like, oh wow, this is insane. And from there, you know, you fast forward to my sophomore year. So I noticed something different. Ninth grade year was probably the only time I had somewhat of a normal classes per se, right? So I have the next year I go and I you know, I managed to pass those classes. You know what I'm saying? Because I got back on my P's and Q's. You know, you want to work for something, Go for it. I took, for some reason, I was wondering why the hell did everybody else get to create their schedule, but I did not. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, oh, and it's like, oh well, you know, we help y'all with that. And they told me that, you know, the coaches do it for us. And the coaches told me that they do it for us. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. And it turns out that the guys were creating their own schedule. You know what I'm saying? I was like, okay. They put all of the stuff they need, including the stuff they want. You know what I'm saying? So, oh Lord, at the end of the of you know, during your senior year, you know, if you had all the credits that you need or above, you were able to take off a period. You know what I'm saying? So that told me everything I need to know about how students get to create their own schedule, as long as they meet the criteria too. To you know what I'm saying? What classes you need, you get to choose what language you want to be in and stuff like. You get to choose all that stuff. I'm like, well, what the fuck is math models and what is this? What is that? What is this? Like, you know what I'm saying? Why did I not like get to do my own thing so I can, you know what I'm saying? Well, little old coach is making my schedules for me, putting me in remedial classes, because obviously when you don't have the knowledge of that, you understand that ain't no way. You understand that people think you're stupid. You know what I'm saying? And it takes a abundance of you know, you're saying, you know, you're not stupid. Yeah, you make bad choices. You're still a kid at that point. But why is it that I felt like this man thought I was the dumbest person in the world? You feel me? Because that's what it felt like. And at a point,
disappointed face in face.
At a point, it just felt as though I was just doing things so he wouldn't, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know how I felt towards Coach Hall. I don't know. I felt like throughout the entire experience of my high school career, he just kept on, you know what I'm saying? He kept on just making it seem as though I was not ready. You know what I'm saying? Indeed, no one's ready when you haven't learned about what life is and what it has to give. You feel me? Every time a coach would come around, it's like I couldn't speak for my damn self. You feel me? I couldn't speak for the team. I couldn't speak for none of that because they felt like I couldn't speak properly. I couldn't speak for my own self. Y'all have any idea what that feels like? What that made me feel like? You feel me? Of course you'll create a cocoon. You'll create a cocoon. You know how much nerve it takes me to get up on here and talk? Truth be told, I still struggle to listen to my streams today because I feel like I don't sound accordingly. Yeah, I'm a big guy and I may breathe hard at times. Yeah, everybody has to. You know, a lot of those guys mask themselves. You know what I'm saying? They mask themselves and they don't take the time to realize, like, be realistic with yourself, man. You know, you exploited me for my leg ability, and you thought, and you played it as though it was a game. You know what I'm saying? You did. You played it as though you played with my life, and then you wanted to blame it on the bad decisions I made just because it involved my grades. Most of the time, the reason why I got those grades together, my mother, she probably tell it a little differently because she didn't realize that that just because I didn't have, you know, the grades, well, my grades wasn't all that bad. You know what I'm saying? My grade, I just didn't have the courses to go. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? All you needed was a 2.0. That's all you needed. All you needed was a 2.0 to be successful and to go to the next level. And boom, you know, you had made was your God-given ability. Because in college, we'll get to that soon. We'll get to that because I'm gonna expose everything about what they do for players. Oh, now you know now it's a little bit different. It's a little bit different because of the NIL. That stuff doesn't really matter because you know what I'm saying. That it's out in the open, but it's the stuff on the inside that'll get you. You know what I'm saying? It's the stuff on the inside that'll get you. That will get you, like, they'll make you think like, wow. You know what I'm saying? So fast forward to my 11th grade year. So to this day, I will tell you my sophomore year was the best year of high school for me. Hey, you know what I'm saying? It was a flawless year. It was a year that I just felt like everything went good for a change. Nobody knew how big I was going to get when it came to this football thing. Nobody. And that was the game changer. You feel me? That was the game changer. It really was because I felt like I don't know how I feel when I did that, man. How did I feel when they took the win? I would've. So here's how I knew that the coach didn't want to see me be that leader, because I was that person. We for the first and for my sophomore year, we went to the playoffs for the first time for the first time in like years since the school's years. It was years in the double digits, and we got ass beat pretty bad because it was the first. We have no experience, obviously. You know what I'm saying? As a team, yes, we're good, but as a unit, as a force to be feared, we're bad because we didn't grow up playing sports together. In fact, more people on the team envied me than anything. It was the players that were upcoming and that wanted to be on varsity that liked me the most because I gave them tips about themselves. You feel me? You know what I mean? The other guys that couldn't get a scholarship, and they felt and they knew that I was one of the biggest reasons as to why people feared us as a football team. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? But me, I'm not mad. Like I'm not mad. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not the person that's taking the time to try to. Why? I'm not the person that cared. If I may say, I'm not the person that cared. You know what I'm saying? I just felt like we were a good team, and if we can be successful. And we can make history, and you know what I'm saying? We got this, right? You know, I was a team player. You know what I'm saying? When those coaches came through and my knowledge was full about school and how it should have been and what it was, I took that time, and you know what I'm saying? I gave them that opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Hey, coaches here, man. Give you everything y'all got. You know, show off, man. You know what I'm saying? If I'm gonna bring y'all this type of attention, then this is what it is. But Coach, he would never want to admit that. Oh my God, he will never admit that. Oh, this is pretty trash. You know what I'm saying? He will never admit that. He will never tell you. He never wanted me to know that. But I knew that. I just didn't care about it. Until now, of course, because now that you see through all the bull crap, you understand that to make yourself put your heart at ease, know that you left behind a legacy that everybody will now chew off, because now Now with the love and inspiration of Coach Toby Foreman, a great coach by the way. Dog, there are so many Division I coaches coming that way. I'm talking about from Alabama to Penn State to Texas to Baylor to Louisville to Clemson. Man, I see that man post so many pictures of them players getting scholarships. I'm like, man, I left a hell of a legacy behind. And you know something? My jersey isn't even up there. He told me to bring it by one day, but I was like, you know what? No, it's all right. He told me to bring my my All-American jersey up there, but I seen a trend up there. It was like all those guys, all those jerseys that was up there in the field house on the wall, like the Hall of Fame of Shoemaker. They all were in college. I didn't make it to college, so I felt like I didn't deserve to be up there. You know what I'm saying? But they remember the legacy. You know what I'm saying? They remember. They're going to remember it. It's deeper than this picture on a jersey on the wall. You know what I'm saying? I gave those jerseys out to people who I felt like that deserved them, because everybody asked for a jersey, everyone, and I selected those who I felt deserved them. You feel me? Who I felt that gave me the opportunity to be that good person. Because to them, I was just an athletic kid who didn't know no better. That's all I was, man. That's all they made sure that I knew about myself. You know, that you ever remember how he told you that you need to learn about yourself? Well, I didn't really know nothing about myself, and they damn sure didn't either. The world just kept on getting bigger. You know what I'm saying? They had the little banquets, and they would tell you that, hey, in the news, I see myself being the best player to come out this city, this city. And then the coaches, they will make sure it'll be a different story. You know what I'm saying? You know, apparently I had more back graded game. If y'all don't know, in any iteration of football, you get graded, whether it be by team or whether it be by like ESPN or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You get graded, but in high school, you don't get graded by like ESPN stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So, truth be told, as great of a football player as I was, I only had a passing grade like twice. You know what I'm saying? More than often, I'd miss my gap and still make plays. You know what I'm saying? Because you have to be specific. I struggle to remember the playbook because of my ADHD. You know what I'm saying? I struggle so hard, but I tried, and that's all that really mattered when it came to the aspect of things, because my sheer will was impeccable. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't do nothing by my damn self, man. While someone having something negative to say. You know what I mean? Even my huddle, I put a picture that Coach didn't like. He was like, put a football picture up there, man. I'm like, look, it's deeper than that. You know what I'm saying? It's deeper than just football. You know what I'm saying? When you look at these highlights, you're gonna look at everything I've worked my ass off for. You know what I'm saying? And until this day, you can still go look at those highlights. You know what I'm saying? But let me tell you what I missed though. I miss the sheer fact of how it used to feel, knowing that, you know, on every Friday there will be a game. I have to fight, go in the dog fight with these guys. You know what I'm saying? You know, I used to stay at my coach's. We used to stay at the D-line used to stay at the coach's Forte home, and we used to go over the playbook. And we used to, you know what I'm saying? Those are the times where I thought I was going to be something great. I thought I was going to be great, I thought I was going to have a chance to be one of the greatest, man. I had documentaries, accolades. I had between 4 and 5 stars. I I had tens and tens of scholarships. People sending. I had hundreds of college mail that piled up so I could fit in the world's biggest bathtub. That's how much people were trying to get me to come to their school. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I had people begging me to come to their school, and you know, I took it, and I never once thought I was better than the next man. You know? I never once said that I was the best. I was the youngest. I went to Florida. I went to play in the All-American Under Armour game for Team Highlight of 2016. I went to Oregon to go to the Oregon Opening Finals. The same camp that hosts the Elite 11. You feel me? I went to Ohio to participate in football university and won the Gateway Award for best D lineman. You know what I'm saying? I got offered $50,000 to attend IMG Academy. Y'all, the rabbit hole goes bigger than ever. They give you the world and give you the world on your shoulders. All for it in the blink of an eye be taken away by not only your bad decisions, but the people around you. The so-called people that you're supposed to listen to and let lead you to a better path in life. Yeah, that worked. That worked. Nowadays we tell ourselves, oh well, we just have to find out the hard way. In reality, all you have to do is listen. Fast forward, you know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, like I said, fast forward to my journey here, and boom, you know, it's like, you know, fall in love for the first time, like the first true time. You know what I'm saying? Fall in love for the first time, and you think that it's everything that you ever were going to want in the world. You think that. You think that everything's gonna be all right. You think that everything's gonna pan out just how you expected it to, but then the reality hits you hard, and when you realize that, you know, that you're being manipulated, and that you're being used, you start to understand what generation we're in. When you start to understand, there ain't any more chances that you could have. Then you get scared, y'all. You know, you get scared of being. You get scared. You get real scared. You get tired of you know. You get tired, and you're young. You're young, dude. Like, you're young. How are you tired already? Well, I just lost everything that everyone built me up for. You know, what was every workout for? What was every, you know what I'm saying? What was every scream, every drop of blood, every bit of sweat, every hour, every second, every discipline, every play? You know what I'm saying? You did all that just for what? You know what I'm saying? Just for what? I'm gonna be honest with you. If I started doing something, I ain't know a damn thing about the internet. I ain't know about streaming. All I knew about games, and I used to play games all the time. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't until later I had friends to play the game with, right? But if I started doing something like streaming back then, I have blown up already. That's how popular I was. You know what I'm saying? That's how good. That's how embroiled I was in football. So I would be making. I would be destroying. I would be what the destroying is today. You feel me? I would be what destroying is today. Probably even more. Than have more subscribers on YouTube than him. You know what I'm saying? That's how many people I have behind me, waiting and contemplating and like, hey, when this guy gets to Alabama, it's about to be a different. We going back to the Nationals. You feel me? They had people. I had people ensuring that when I go and do that, why did he hold up? Why did he do that? Why did he do that? What was that like? What did that accomplish? You know what I'm saying? What did that accomplish, dude? But I had so many people back me, man. I found that out when I went to this thing called A-Day. It's Alabama Spring Game Day, and I went down to the field to check out. I'm supposed to look, and it's absurdity, the amount of stuff that people will cling to with your name on it. Whether it be their butts, whether it be their hands, whether it be a cup or a poster or a magazine or a piece of paper. You feel me? Everybody stuck out something different to get my name on it. That's how big I was. You feel me? And it's like, and I say all this because I'm like, yo, the amount of opportunities that no one told you about in the world is criminal. It's criminal. Because if I would have had a platform, besides a YouTube, Instagram page, and a Twitter page, because Twitter, I was blowing up on Twitter, but Twitter wasn't. It was. I had to delete it. You know what I'm saying? Reason why? Well, we'll get there. You know what I'm saying? Boy, if I had a YouTube page, well, you know, do y'all understand the? I wouldn't need football. To be honest with you. If it was gonna turn out like this, and if that was the only difference, right? I wouldn't need football. I would have been A-okay. You know what I'm saying? I would have been okay. Work out for them, right? It worked out for destroying. He got kicked out. He got kicked out of his school for having popular, and he chose that. Working out for Travis Hunter. Look at him. Working out for every football player who streams games. It works. They're making money from it. Meanwhile, I'm on this damn car game with these weirdos who think it's okay to stop in the middle of the race and stop everyone from achieving greatness. No matter how many times I played these races, I have yet to finish one. You know? Now, as a person who really loves games, you would think that I would be like, you know what I'm saying? The point of the matter is, it's like, just because you know there's always going to be people there to try to get you away, don't make it any easier or any less upsetting. Because why? You know what I'm saying? Why be jealous and why hate on something that you could just become yourself? Why? Why? Fast forward 12th grade year. I had to leave. I had to disappear from the face of the earth so I can get the courses and classes I need to go to college again to Alabama. Moved to Houston with my godmother and my godfather. You know, it was a terrible trip for me because they were raised different. They had mannerisms. They had an unfound amount of structure that even I can look at and throw up. You know what I'm saying? I hated it. Because they I was indifferent from their sons that are achievers. They were overachievers. You know? They were overachievers. Right now, you know what I'm saying? Right now they're both playing pro football. They are. You know what I'm saying? Right now as we speak, one of them left A&M to go to the NFL. I believe he's with the Philadelphia Eagles right now. They're overachievers. I wasn't gonna be like them. I was there because I was practically in trouble. I was a troubled kid who didn't make the right decisions, so I had to sneak my way along, and then I had to hide myself, because if they would have found out about the transition, I would have been stripped of all my scholarships, including my Alabama commitment. I did everything in my power to go get to that school. I sacrificed the last days I had as a high schooler. You know what I'm saying? Whether it was via prom, prom, it was supposed to be a big thing for me. At the time, I didn't realize how I realized how annoyed that prom and people going to it, and that I remember how annoyed it made me. You know, because I had a girlfriend at the time, right? I had a girlfriend at the time, and because I left, she became distant. You know what I'm saying? I was talking to the females during, because it was like that. What was I supposed to do? She wouldn't even pick up the phone. You know what I'm saying? Until she found out that, oh, well, you were sending news to another woman. Like, well, why? What do you care? What do you care? You haven't checked up on me. You haven't said anything to me. When I try to call you, you ignore it. What do you care? How can I say, oh, well, hey, no, I don't want to be in this relationship anymore. How? When I'm the only person in the beginning, I was fighting for it. I was fighting it like hell. I was just as upset as her. Like, you know what I'm saying? And she gave up on it. Go figure, right? So I deal with any normal person that moved on. You know? Took the ACT test, and I didn't flunk. You can't flunk an ACT or SST. You can only go and score high or low. I missed it by 2 points. Granted, if I would have got those 2 points, got to that level, if I would have got to that level, y'all, making a 20 on the SAT is fairly amazing. You know what I'm saying? If I would have got to that part, ooh, alright, my bad. If I would have got that 20, I would have been fine. I would have been fine. And thus I started the age of being hard on myself, because now that they've tested me like a normal person, I failed. I failed at it, y'all.
Pensive face.
I failed at it. You know, and so I felt like they were right all along to do what they did. I felt like that I was the biggest waste of time of all time, because now the JUCO route has been revealed, that I can go another route to make this right. So I took it. We decided to go to Mississippi, because for some reason in Mississippi they get a different rule. And y'all want to know how thin that rule is? This is the rule. If I went to any other state, if I stayed in state for Texas or any other state for junior college, I would have had stayed a full 2 years before I was able to go to the school I wanted to go to. Right? You know what I'm saying? And for some reason, Mississippi is the only one of the only states that you can that only it will allow me to go in a year and a half. Y'all, I did this for a couple months off. I went to Mississippi for just a couple measly months off of a 2-year script. You feel me? That's all I did. You know what I'm saying? Because I wanted the process to go, yeah. I wanted the process to go as fast as possible. I wanted it to go as fast as possible. Now, note that I already had the cahoots against my godmother. I already had, cause I could not stand her because everything she did, it was no different than what anybody did. They judged me. They judged me because of what I do, how I did things. They judged me because I was different. They judged me. She judged me. Yeah, I forgave her a long time ago, but you know, we're talking about the past right now. So how I felt in that moment, I didn't give a damn about that woman. I did not care about her whatsoever in no way, shape, or form, because everything that was going on, I felt like she looked at me just as much as they looked at me wrong, just as much as they did. So you know what happened? This JUCO thing was decided. I had every JUCO wanted me in the damn country. You feel me? I had every JUCO wanted me in the dang on country. Mississippi Gulf Coast came to me, and you know, now that I look at things, I feel like Coach Davis lied to me, because there's no way that dude thought he would lie to me, knowing that I knew this coach. So he came by and he gave me the description, and I was sold. I was like, I like this. This is pretty dope. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, I just talked to Coach Bill Davis, not a long, it was probably, he was like a little while ago, but I talked to him a while ago, and, you know, I know him pretty well. And, you know, Coach Bill Davis said that was a lie. So here's the fun part, y'all. So I later finds out that the coach, Bo Davis, and the coach presumably was going to be my coach, and we'll get into his background here in a little bit. I find out that this dude, right, is friends with this coach that my godmother is bringing by my house, right? His name will be Coach Otis Yelvington. He changed his first name, and I'll tell you why here in a minute. So he's Coach Otis Yelvington. Black guy, bald head, been in the coaching scene for a while. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, cool, you know. Hey, you know, bring him by. Let's see what they got. This dude pulls up with him. Now, note that they drove 3 hours from Houston just to come by, right? You know what I'm saying? So I presume that she told him everything that was going on, because I was a sneaky little bastard. I sneak food. I take some milk, put some sugar in it, and then hide the cups later. You feel me? I was a little, you know what I'm saying? Because I that's how I was. That's who I was. Like I did certain things that no one agreed with, and you know what I'm saying. So it was crazy, because that she told him everything that she felt was wrong with me, and thus he puts a fake smile on his face. So Coach Bo and this dude knows each other. So now I feel like, yeah, he probably did lie to me about that, so I wouldn't go to that school. You know what I'm saying? So, and what made it all worse is like he already had a what you call him? He had a scholarship with him. Sat them up around the table like, oh well, he gonna tell you he's gonna sign it. You feel me? Everyone in the world, everyone in your mama gonna tell you that, oh well, it's my decision. He's my father, but you know, I think I haven't explained to my father how I felt at the moment, because at that moment I felt a disposition in the weight of everything. It was peer pressure at its finest, because all these people are here. They drove all this way here just to see me, and You know, for some reason, at this very moment, the words, my point, my decision didn't pop up nowhere. So I guess I felt like I had to, and I'm pretty sure if I didn't, she would have said something nasty. You know what I'm saying? I'm very sure. I'm so sure of it. But not even nasty, but she would have a disposition about it. Like, oh, well, this is the best opportunity for you. You know, like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, it seems like everyone had a dip in that besides me. You feel me? Because I'm playing their game at this point, and I'm losing. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of what people can say to you, peer pressure is very real. And that was the time it wasn't weed or alcohol or sex that made me realize that. It was a piece of paper. It was a piece of paper that made me realize that peer pressure is real. Because you don't want nobody to be mad at you, frustrated at you. You want to do this as smoothly as possible. And because of that, I signed that paper. And Lord have mercy on my soul. I say something like this, I sold my motherfucking soul away. And excuse my language, but that's as bad, that's as I can describe it. Because as soon as my parents dropped me off, drove me all the way to Mississippi, and the first thing that happens when you get there is you get stopped by a dang on white sheriff who thinks that your car smells like weed with a family of 5 inside of it. Could y'all imagine that? And yes, I was irritated. Because I was like, man, we just got to this state. I ain't know nothing about no damn Mississippi when we got there, and best believe it was in store for me to find out the very end of this. You feel me? The very meaning of indescribable. What racism was, how badly these white people made these black people were scared of these damn white people, and I can tell from moments notice, because you know what? Per Mr. Yelvington, I was an embarrassment to him. And stop embarrassing me in front of these white people, he told me. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? I can't laugh, I can't make friends, none of that stuff. I can't, you know what I'm saying? Not everybody that's one of these bastards are racist, right? You know what I'm saying? Not everyone of them, it can't be. Bro, this dude was my worst enemy. Now, I'm not mad at him for pushing me or you know, or making or you know, getting me up at 5 o'clock just to run the laps. No, that didn't make me mad. It was the fact that you did all this, you used my name as a token, and then you just threw me away like trash because I was going through a mental breakdown. That's all it was, y'all. No, I ain't gonna say that's all it was, because it's bigger than that. It's bigger than that. You know what I'm saying? It's bigger than that, yo. I went through depression. I had to get surgery on my ankle because I tore 2 of my ligaments playing basketball with some football players. With my teammates. You know what I'm saying? My teammates, y'all. These are my teammates. This is not me in the open gym with some random people. No, these are my teammates. We're all playing basketball. We're all football players playing basketball. You know what I'm saying? I'm the only one that got in trouble for that. I'm the only person that got in trouble for playing basketball with all of my football player teammates, because they all stitched on me apparently, and none of them had the balls to tell the coach, like, oh well, I was there. We were all playing basketball. We literally all left the dorm, and we all left the dorm to go play. We took over that gym. You feel me? And I happened to get injured. The most valuable player on the damn team, with the highest chance to go to the league. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? And it's like they took that's why I found it was like it was like every other show that has the main character, when he settles down in a new place, and he gets comfortable and he gets betrayed instantly, just like that. That's what it's like. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's like. That's what it's like, yo. That is what it's like. Exactly what it's like, yo. Like he gets betrayed, and now everywhere, everybody's his enemy. Everybody is his enemy. The anger and the rage that I had going after so much and being with so much, that alone made it easy enough to just hate people and hate yourself. So much so to where I started dyeing my hair. My depression became super worse. I started gaining a lot of weight because I was in the what you call them? I was in the cast. I was in the damn cast. You know? I was in the cast. I was eating myself into a hole. I was depressed. You know, I always ate like what they would say, ate like an animal, but I would never gain weight because of how much I worked out. Right? Here's back at what I mean by how much I worked myself to the bone. You know what I mean? I ate an animal. I gained lots of weight, and I was gaining weight at such an extreme rate that it was almost unbelievable. Like it will take years for people to gain weight from eating crazy. Me, I was 365 when I got there, and I was going down even more. So I say 350. You know what I'm saying? By the time I got injured and decided to get surgery, I was 480 within, I say, 3 weeks. I was 480 pounds for 3 weeks. Notice I carried a 5% body fat at the time. You feel me? I only had 5% body fat at the time. So you can only imagine what I was going through at the time. And the pressure, well, it made it no better. It made it no better. I got so depressed, y'all. I just wanted to kill myself. Man, you know what I'm saying? That's not even exaggeration. You feel me? I wanted to off myself and then it got worse. Because from that 480, thus I went up to 5. I went to 500s. It's alright, my babies. I went up to the 500s. Oh yeah. And after I got out the cast, I tried to get it, but it was just, I was too far gone. I had no backbone anymore. I didn't have no support. I was in a place where I felt like I was trapped in. I felt like I was trapped. It wasn't even close. It wasn't even close. You know? This man was conniving as fuck. I had to deal with that. I was states away from my parents, so their help was minimal. Oh, and get this, while I was there, this guy was, in college you get a Pell Grant, especially in, you know what I'm saying, you get a Pell Grant. Tell me why somebody was forging my signatures, getting my $350 bucks every like 3 months, right? They were forging my signature to get that money. You feel me? They got my money. They got all that. I never seen any of that money. I said they got all the tickets. They got all the receipts, and I was like, well, it couldn't have went home because you have the signature right here. So, which means I don't write cursive beautifully. I don't write cursive beautifully at all, mind you. So someone did this here. You feel me? Oh, well, you know what I'm saying? How? Right? You think they cared about that? Hell no, they didn't care. They tried to blame it on my parents. They tried to blame it on my parents, dude. They tried to blame it on my parents, dude. He tried to blame it on my parents. Right? So the whole time I'm struggling, right? The whole time I'm struggling at this college. The whole time I'm struggling at this college. I not only do they steal my stuff, make me feel like a complete dumbass, make me feel like I am the biggest loser all fucking time, because I wasn't just against these coaches. Now I'm up against what's it called? I'm up against these white racist ass people too, because there were a bunch of them, including teachers. I failed art class because of a racist white teacher. Racist as I can be, I failed art class, and so did every black person in that class, I'm pretty sure. And if they didn't fail it, they would have a lower grade than every white person in there. You know, I checked that fact too, by the way, before I got dismissed from defending myself in the fight. Oh yes, it gets so much worse than that, right? Y'all take it in perspective. So, more about Mr. Yellington here, because you know, people like that, they like to hide like the little bastards they are, right? So after he finished using my name and putting out, he went to go. After I got dismissed, he went to go ahead and get a coaching job at Florida. Yeah, coaching job at Florida, as a recruiter at that. As a recruiter at that, like he went to go get a coaching job as a recruiter. You feel me? As a recruiter, y'all. Like, and he got dismissed from stalking a young woman or a person who he was talking to, right? He got arrested for stalking her and aggravated arrested. It wasn't no small feat. No, he was, you know what I'm saying? Not that he was a cheater. You know, he cheated on his girlfriend while I was there. He cheated on his girlfriend. Made it seem like I was trying to stitch on him or something, and I was like, dude, I didn't say nothing to her or about anything about no other female. But if you want me to, I can, because you know you are a trash ass man as it is. You know what I'm saying? So after all that, right? That guy went to California. I believe he changed his name, because the last time I seen him, his name was different. Changed his name, and he went to, now he's at a school, or he had an undefeated year last season as a head coach. You know, and at that very moment, describe the feeling. You guys, describe the feeling that I had towards that. Well, let me tell you, I ain't ever wanted to or murk a person so bad. Cause you mean tell me that this nasty guy gets the opportunity as a head coach now, no matter how big the school is, how small, yeah, it's pissed, but oh no, it's beyond that even, baby. That's putting it lightly. This guy, nasty guy, gets this. I've never done any shit like that in my life. I've never been accused of no crime. Yeah, I could, you know, you can never even say I've hardly ever been in trouble, Mr. Two Shoes, because I don't. What's the point? What is the point of being in trouble, right? Never have I ever. You know what I'm saying? Never have I ever thought that a person could do so much wrong and still be accepted by the same world, in the same world, because we're in the same world. You feel me? We're in the football world. You know what I mean? We're in the football world where a bunch of people who That's all it takes is chances. That's all it takes is chances, y'all. So, you know, I took, fast forward to after I got dismissed for fighting. You know, they smacked me with a humongous, and I'm talking about a humongous, like a $2,000, what's it called? They smacked me with a $2,000 bill to to get my transcripts from them. Y'all, I ain't ever in my life been so angry at that until I seen that. Because I tell you this, like, y'all don't understand how much oh, baby, it's okay. You can go to sleep. You can watch the rest of later on if that's the case, okay? Y'all ain't ever understand how much I was like just infuriated at that, like, you know, because ain't no way it's just unfathomable. You know what I'm saying? It's unfathomable at that point. But let's stop there, man. Let's stop. We're at the end of my my first college journey. That's just the first college, by the way. Well, we got so much to go. So part 4 ain't coming. Part 4 ain't coming, baby. Get some rest, please. Okay, get some rest. I know you got a lot to do today. I'm so. Maybe I need to adjust my car settings because these cars are faster than me, and that means that they're tired. Because if it's fair PvP, we should all be somewhat the same speed. It's depending. It should depend on how we drive. That's supposed to make it fair. But I can drive me all I want. Them dudes are still gapping me, and it's very infuriating. There's the people that hit you. Yeah, that's the checkpoint. Yay. Now I'm the last place again. Almost the last place. 21. See how I try to purposely avoid hitting people? Yeah, they don't give a damn about that shit. The people care less. All they care about, and the crazy part is, they be doing it for no damn reason because they you know, we're far from first place. You know what I'm saying? They don't, this is the gaming world right here. And if y'all were just here for the story, you know what I'm saying? Yo. This is what makes me so mad about gamers nowadays. Like, what y'all do shit for now? Like, y'all just do stupid stuff just to do it for no damn reason. And y'all think it's okay because, oh, well, it used to be worse back then. Nobody gives a damn, man. Oh, ignorant ass bastards, bro. Like, I can't even finish a race because of y'all. And then maybe my understanding of the crew hasn't went crazy yet, but I don't know. Can't wait till my new glasses get here. I hate that so much though. like zero control over this car. Like zero. And I'm in last place again. But they always say good guys come last, right? We'll see about that. Bro, why is it so hard to keep you still, bro? Hey, I'm in last place, bro. Maybe I don't know. Maybe that's the thing about the car. I gotta read more into mixing up that, because I know you could do the FX, you could put more on it, but those are to boost the extras. Like if I wanted to put extra on my boost, or when I drift, I gain boost faster. That type of. As far as speed goes, I mean, I have just as many faster cars than a lot of these guys, if not the same. You feel me? Unless there's really that much of a difference, right? These dudes are cheaters anyway. I think real races would never cut corners, but since I'm in last place, I have no choice but to. You know what I'm saying? I think a real race is like in real life will never cut corners. Like I've never seen a race car cut corners before. Like ever. Obviously, there's no such thing. I don't think in real life there's such races like as these races. No, they are. I'm sorry. But imagine a dirt bike doing that in like a competition. Imagine them cutting corners. You know how disgusting that is? I think they could disqualify for that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Even in real car simulators, which I see, and which this is not a simulation of cars. This is arcade, more of an arcade reach of cars. This is more of like an arcade type of deal. Like this is, but it still has the exact same physics as a car in general. Like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, look at these cars. Saving up some of this stuff is going to is a big old, like it's a really big challenge, but you know, let's see if I can do it. I feel like I have something else. That's how these dudes get all this XP. Well, they constantly do these now. Obviously they do other stuff too, but they constantly do these grand races. Like this stuff gives you XP up like crazy. Wow. I wonder what the new legend rewards are gonna be soon enough. We got a bunch of time, so we definitely gonna keep spamming that, and hopefully we'll win one too. That'd be nice. Alright, got these taken care of. I feel like these are gonna Wednesday these change again, so and this I think on the 3rd this changes because this is already changed, so um yeah, we got 12 days left until the new, I believe the new things drop. So we're gonna keep on grinding. We're gonna keep on grinding, y'all. I'm definitely gonna grind this because we're gonna get that. We're gonna get to that 100 somehow, some way, and then to infinity. We could do this. I'm glad they divided it up like this too, because if they imagine if they would just put like an infinite symbol there, and then you gotta keep on climbing, it kind of will be stupid, like not stupid, but somewhat boring. This gives you a chance to work. You're working towards something. Here the whole time I'm thinking that that you can only earn that by you can only earn that by like doing the races back then. I'm like, how the heck they expect us to earn this XP? And I'm only getting little by little. Like, but now I see that these great races they give you a lot because it takes a lot, and I hope they never nerf it. As a matter of fact, I hope they even give us a little bit more because them great races, it takes a tons of patience to deal with how stupid people can drive and be in these races and how conniving they are too. It sucks. Like that one guy. I seen that one guy. He had stopped on the ramp so that people could hit him. You know what I'm saying? And for no reason. But we'll end this here, right, y'all? I'm gonna be back on stream later on today.